Hello, my name is Isabel Velasquez. I'm an MPX 9 student, and today I will be presenting my presentation of learning. I'm a minder. I come from the world of the Town of Heroes. I'm in a video game called Two Realms. And in the Town of Heroes, we are trained at a very young age to protect the civilians of the world of MPX 9. And recent discoveries in the lab in the Town of Heroes show that the scientists and the governors, aka overseers, have seen chaos erupting in the world of MPX 9. And governments are being overthrown and riots erupting in the streets. So, what has happened? The governors, the overseers, decided to send one of us minders at the academy to be sent to the world of MPX 9 to save civilization. So, I was chosen. And this was a great honor brought to my family, because I'm only 14 and you're actually supposed to be 16. And on my adventure awaits. When I arrived there, level 1, I met Queen Calro and Sir Kaneko, Master of Tools. They told me they would be assigning me missions, assisting me with everything that I needed on my adventure. They told me that this would be a very challenging mission, but a fun and educational way. And I was very grateful for that. So, they assigned me my first mission was keep order to the people of MPX. So off I went to the city of Hydro Heroes. When I arrived there, the citizens that were being traumatized by the villains served distraction by text messages from friends, social media updates, and fan fiction updates. It was Miss Kahiao and Madam Tyler. So, I used my superpower of leadership. I helped them out of their trance from Sir Distraction's spell, helping them building the table right on the screen for Queen Calro's plans, and helping them use Sir Kaneko's Master of Tools when Miss Kahiao had no clue how to use it. And as you can see on the screen, Madam Tyler and Miss Kahiao are paying very much attention to what I am doing.
Gazing into each other's eyes.
Yes, and I had completed the mission. Level 2. My next mission was assigned by Queen Calro. She told me that this was going to be a very creative and new way. She wanted me to make an infographic route. And this was one of the infographic routes I had made. She told me this was basically the map that I needed during my adventure. And I had to use everything that I had in my brain and with creativity. But my villain was Mr. Doll. He stole the imagination from the nation of creativity. So I knew I had to use my superpower of creativity. So I used all the colors in my brain and splurted it out to him, which ended up in a very colorful way. He turned from Mr. Doll into Mr. Happy. I had completed that mission. Level 3. Mr. Kaneko, Master of Tools, and Queen Calro had told me that this was going to be a very, very educational and good mission. They said that I would get a lot of outcomes because the mission was learn life skills. And as a teenage minder, usually it's cooking and household problems. My parents, back in the Town of Heroes, aka my robots, would usually do the work. So, this was very new for me. My villain was Prince Procrastination. He had entranced me in a spell of anime shows that I loved so much that it broke my heart. But I used my superpower of ambition to get out of his spell. I thought, what would happen if I didn't do this? What would be the outcome if I wouldn't fulfill this mission? So I knew I had to work hard to get through this. And I was able to surpass him. And off went Prince Procrastination back to his kingdom. Level 4. Queen Calro had messaged me via internet saying that she wanted to know what was happening on my adventure. She wanted me to write diary blogs, aka blog posts. As you can see on the screen, here are some of my diaries sent to Queen Calro and Sir Kaneko, Master of Tools. They told me that they would be evaluating this, commenting, and they wanted to know what was happening during my adventure. They wanted to know how I was feeling, what was going through my mind, what could I have done better, and what was the best part. My villain was Tick-Tock Clock. He was a man that sped up time, so I knew I had to use my superpower of responsibility to get through this. While he was speeding up time, I was able to write all these blogs and complete the mission. And after I had done that, Tick-Tock Clock had returned back to his home in Big Ben, in London. Level 5. This was the final mission. And it was going to be very, very difficult because as a teen minder, time management isn't a common word used in our category of language. We usually like to waste time on social media, go to the beach, or go to the skate park, or especially read other stories that don't revolve around school. So I used my superpower of organization. But before I did that, the villains I had encountered were the most brutalist, cruelest, and all the villains combined, Prince Procrastination, Sir Distraction, and Tick-Tock Clock. They were the mastermind shadows. As you can see on this picture of them being distractions, not doing the work, and procrastinating. These were the mastermind shadows. So I used my superpower of organization to help them get back on track. And as you can see, I was helping them measure out one of the projects we were doing for Sir Kaneko, Master of the Tools. And we took a lovely picture with Princess Priscilla. But I used my superpower of organization to turn them into responsible supervillains. They turned in from procrastinators and distraction men into responsible young supervillains that would make their parents proud. And after I had completed that mission, I was able to go back to my home planet. But before I left, Queen Cowgirl and Sir Kaneko told me that I had mastered all of my missions and that I did a great job. But they said before I left, I would have to make a POA, a presentation of my adventure when I got back to my home planet. I was able to show it to my parents, aka my robots, the scientists and overseers. But before I end this game, I would like to thank Queen Cowgirl and Sir Kaneko, Master of Tools, for assigning and helping me through this mission and believing in me that I would be successful. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you for your time.
Isabel, what was the most difficult part about making this POL?
Making the script.
Making the script?
Because I'm not a very creative person.
No, you are. That was great. Thank you so much.